Okay, guys, so how are you all doing this fabulous Friday morning? Welcome back to another video with me, Brooklyn. I hope you all are having a wonderful morning so far, okay? So we're going to jump right into the video. No holds bars. I want to talk about the guy down in Georgia who shot 8 Atlanta spa workers with fears of anti-Asian bias, okay? So we know from the jump start that it is racially motivated, okay? The article, I'm not going to go through the whole article, but the article is saying that he had a sex addiction. He has a sex addiction, and he went and shot up 8 people at 2 different spas because he was trying to help himself fight temptation, okay? Now, first of all, and he frequently visited massage parlors, spas before, okay? Now, to make a long story short, he is not obviously wanting to take any responsibility for his actions of having a sex problem. He's a pervert. He's 21 years old, and the reason he got caught is because his parents turned him in, okay? He's 21 years old. He's a pervert, okay? And he hates Asians. Because you chose to frequent massage parlors, spas, whatever you want to call them. Do what you had to do. I'm not saying these particular ones. I'm assuming these particular ones. The article did not say. It just said that he had visited spas before. In this article, it did not say he visited those 2 spas. It just said he targeted those. Then he was on his way to Florida to hit another one that had hit a porn company, okay, according to this article. This incident is getting, worldwide news, as it should, because no one should kill anyone for their race and their nationality. And I don't buy that he has a sex addiction, and that's why he shot these people to help control his temptation. It says here he did it to control his temptations of his sex addiction. So he shot 8 people. 1 was a man, 7 was a woman, and according to this article, 1 victim was a man. Okay, so you shot a man. Were you sleeping with men too? It doesn't say, but if you are going into these establishments shooting people, right, to help curb your sexual fantasies and your sexual desires, why you hit a man? Why did you shoot the man? And they were all Asian. This was a racially motivated shooting, okay? I don't feel like it had anything to do with his sexual preferences. It was an excuse. He's 21 years old. He probably is a pervert. He probably slept with Asian women and obviously maybe men. And you're going to take out your frustration of sex on them because you have a mental problem. Okay? Then the police officer, now I'm going to read this part. The police officer that was the spokesperson for the case, he said, an officer criticized for his remarks is no longer a spokesman on the case. The sheriff deputy will no longer serve as his agency spokesman for the investigation into the Atlanta area spa shootings after he drew criticism for saying that the suspect in the attacks had a really bad day before the shootings and the anti-Asian Facebook post that he made last year. Okay, so he did 2 different things. Evidently, he said this man had a really bad day. That's why he shot them up. So he just had a bad day. And then he made a statement for an anti-Asian Facebook post last year. The deputy captain, Jay Baker, was no longer speaking on behalf of the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office on the shooting, according to a spokeswoman for the county. The spokeswoman, Erica Nadler, said in a text message on Thursday that she would be taking over the communication duties in the case. Okay? He said he was pretty much fed up and had been kind of at the end of his rope, Captain Baker said, yesterday was really bad for him. It was a bad day for him. And this is what he did. Now, I wake up having bad days all the time. But I don't go out and start shooting up everybody. You wake up in the morning, you're running late, you can't find your car keys, you stomp your toe, you have a car accident on the way to work or to a doctor's appointment. That's a bad day. But you don't go grab a gun and go shooting up people. That was premeditated. He planned that. He planned it. It wasn't random. He didn't just get in his car and just have a gun laying on the seat and just say, I'm going to go shoot somebody. He thought that out. He knew what he was going to do. It says, the comments were widely panned on social media, with critics criticizing them as callous and pointing to Facebook posts from March 30th and April 2nd of last year by Captain Baker. First of all, he should have even been still working for the precinct if he was making racist comments, okay? It says, in which he promoted sales of an anti-Asian t-shirt. The shirts, echoing the rhetoric of President Donald Trump, referred to the coronavirus as an imported virus from China. And he spelled China, CHY-NA. Place your orders while they last, Captain Baker wrote at the time in one of the posts. He did not respond to requests for comment on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay? It says here, it's not being treated the way that other forms of racism are being treated. Okay? It's more acceptable. It's more tolerable for large swaths of the population. Okay? This man, this police officer is trying to make it seem like the boy just got up and had a headache. He had a hangnail. So, and he's making racist comments himself against Asian people. Now, this is another thing I don't understand. Asian people, I've heard Mexican people, white people, Indian people, Pakistani people, just people. Take the blacks out. But no, I can add the blacks in. All of these races that I've named, they have one thing in common. A lot of them don't like black people. Okay? A lot of them don't. They don't like black people. They talk trash, you know, even blacks on blacks. Put us in there too. But then when it happens to their race, someone gets killed, someone gets shot, then you want to, you know, this is a tragedy. This is just outlandish, you know. Then you want everybody to come in. You can't do that. What kind of energy you put out is the energy you get back. This was a tragic incident. By no means should it have happened. It should not have happened. It was definitely wrong for this man to go shoot up 8 people. It was wrong for him to do that. Yes, it was. But now, and then they're making racist comments, and people are saying that it's not acceptable, but they do it all the time. To brown-skinned people, to brown-skinned people. Asian people would be considered people of color as well. Okay? That's why he did it, because he targeted people of color. Just wasn't blacks this time. But people of color are always against people of color. They target one group. It's always, most of the time, it's going to be black people, African American people. That's who's going to be targeted at all the time. But when it switches and it goes to the other side and it crosses over to the railroad track, because let me tell you, a lot of people don't consider themselves people of color. And I'm going to tell you why. It may seem strange to you, but this is how it is. A lot of people do not consider themselves people of color. They don't go by their skin tone. They go by their hair texture. If they don't have kinky hair, then they're not people of color. You can be black and be another race, because we're talking about your skin color. We're not talking about your ethnicity. We're talking about your skin color. You are a person of color if you're not in the white family. You are a person of color. Asian, Pakistani, Indian, Mexican. person of color. But they don't think they're a person of color because they're looking at their hair texture. If they have a straight texture of hair or a nice curly texture that don't kink up, then they're not a person of color. They stick to their race. But we're talking about your skin tone. That makes you a person of color. But people of color are always fighting against each other. And then you get people of non-color that commit these brutal crimes against people of color. And then when the racism comes out with the police making statements and things like that, then it's a tragedy because, you know, it hit this community and it shouldn't be treated that way. But one community goes through it every day. And I know people may not like what I'm saying, but one community goes through it all the time. Yes, we commit crimes against ourselves. We do. And it's not acceptable. No one should be committing crimes against anyone. Okay? But when it's committed against people that think that they're not colored, they want to be treated differently. They want to be treated at a different spectrum, a different level. You know, this has been going on across the board for years, they saying about the Asian attacks. You know, it's been going on forever and it has to stop. But look how long it's been going on against other people. And it's not going to stop. It's going to continue. People are going to continue to get killed and murdered because people just have callous hearts. They don't care. Should he have done this? No, he shouldn't. It's awful that he's done it. I feel like I said it was racially motivated before they even came out and said that he had a sex problem, a sex addiction. If you feel like you have a sex addiction, you need to go to the doctor and get some medicine. Have it cut off, stick it in a freezer bag and put it down in the freezer underneath your ice cream and your meats. Throw it in the water. Chop it up in little old tiny pieces, put it down the drain. Flush it. Go get some shots in your behind. But you don't go shooting up folk after you done slept with the people. Now, was it these particular people he slept with? I don't know. I don't even know if he slept with any Asian people. I'm assuming because why would he shoot Asian people? Because of his sex addiction. Why would he shoot Asian people to calm his sex addiction? Why he just didn't shoot random women? Black, white, Asian? Why had to go be Asian people? So I'm assuming, I automatically assumed he slept with these particular women, but the article is not saying that, so I can't speculate. But I'm saying, why shoot these particular people? Because they were in a massage parlor, a spa. We know back in the day when you went to a massage parlor, more went on in the back room. But I don't know this to be the case with these people. This could just be a place where you went and got your nails done, your eyelashes done, your eyebrows done, and your feet done, and had a massage. It could have been a legitimate place, and he just chose them. They acted like he randomly chose these places. Then he was on his way to Florida to do it again. To do it again. These are people that it's so much racism and it's come out so much here in the last 4 years. It's ridiculous. We know it was here. It never left, but it's come out so much more. So much more. In the last 4 years, people just feel like they can just shoot anyone. How are you going to shoot somebody for your problem that you have? Take responsibility for your nasty behind and go seek some help. Go get some counseling. Go to church. You don't shoot somebody else. People don't never want to take their responsibility. When they stormed the Capitol, they don't want to take responsibility for that. They don't want to be on the no-fly list. They don't want to go to prison. You want to blame somebody else for your behaviors. You shot these people because you're nasty. Evidently, you're a whore. You want to whore around. And then you want to shoot other people to help you fight your temptation? How is that? So what is that about? How is shooting up people going to help you fight your temptation? So after you shot them, you got in the car and headed to Florida. So your temptation evidently wasn't subsided. You still was going to go down here and shoot up some more people. You were going on a shooting spree of people of color. They just happen to be of another race. They weren't black Americans. They were Asian. In there working, minding their business, doing whatever they do. You go in there, take it upon yourself to end someone's life because you are nasty and you want to stick everything that you walk into and that you see. You want to poke every woman evidently that you see because you got a sex problem. You tempted. What you tempted, so I want to sleep. Maybe this is it. I want to sleep with Asian women, but I hate Asian people. So they tempt me because they're so pretty and petite. I just kill them up. Maybe that was it. I just don't like them. I'm just going to go kill them because I want to really be with them. Because people really want to be with you. They don't like you. When you can't be with them, but you want to be with them. So they'll lay you out and put you in the ground. You know, this is just my opinion and my thoughts on it. Then you head into Florida, down to some place that has porn, according to the article, to shoot them too. I'm curious if they were Asian, because I didn't see that in this particular article. It didn't say that if they were Asian or not at this particular establishment that he was headed to when he got, when his parents turned him in. He told the police he was heading A, B, and C. The article is so long, I'm not going to read it. Normally I read the articles, but this article is like extremely, extremely long. I'll be here forever. And I'm just picking out some things that I've seen, and hopefully I got everything right on here that I saw this morning. I'm not trying to get the article wrong, but I'm just saying, be careful out here. Trust your instincts, when you go into these establishments to get your nails done, ladies and men, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your feet, everything. Be aware of your surroundings. If something don't look right, you'll follow your instincts. Get up, do what you got to do. Because people are on a rampage. They are killing people that they do not want here in America. And that's how I feel like it. That's what I think it's all boiling down to. They want people of color out of the United States. And if we have to kill you, that's what we do. That's my opinion. That's what I think the basis of this was. I think this came from a deep place on the inside that I just hate them and I'm going to kill them. And then the police backing him, saying he just had a really bad day. And this is what happened. I mean, hey, don't forget to buy my t-shirts, They brought the disease over here. So, and that's probably what he's thinking too. Y'all brought the coronavirus over here, and I can't. Y'all pretty and all. I like your little eyes. I like your hair. You're so petite and cute. But I'm gonna have to kill you because you look what you did to my country. That's what I think it's about. I don't think it got nothing to do with no sex addiction, but I could be wrong. But I think it was all about he just hated them. He's blaming them, following Trump's big old mouth again. He's behind these things. But people still wanting to keep him in office because they don't like people of color either. That's what it all boils down to. That's what it's all about. Come on. Anyone who votes for Trump, I'm sorry. Unless you're a person of color, you're just ignorant because it's all about getting rid of you. That's what it's about. When you jump on the Trump caravan, it's all about demolishing people of color. It's separated. It's all about that. And that's what I believe this was about. I just do. I believe that it was racially motivated because he had issues with them, that he felt that they caused certain things. He didn't like them. He didn't want them here. Has nothing to do with his little winker. His little winker has nothing to do with these people. If your winker is acting up, get rid of it. Pull it off. Go to the doctor, have surgery. I don't know, but you can't. I don't believe that was I don't believe that was it. I don't. I believe that he had some issues with Asian people. He happened to target them because remember, like I said, they are people of color. They are not white people. They are not Caucasian. They are people of color. They will fall underneath that category. They may not be my complexion, but they are people of color. Okay? So this is all over the place. Some of you may not agree with what I'm saying. I'm entitled to my opinion. You are entitled to yours. Okay? Let's be respectable of each other. Everyone has the right to their opinion. I don't have to agree with you, and you definitely don't have to agree with me. It's okay. But what we should do is continue to respect each other. I look at YouTube videos all the time. I don't agree with what everybody says. Sometimes I comment and sometimes I don't. And when I do, I'm respectable. I don't tell them, you just stupid. That's not what happened. Stop being nasty to people and just voice your opinion appropriately, because at the end of the day, you look ignorant getting on somebody's platform and just being nasty. I have read comments that other YouTubers have gotten from people, and it was just ridiculous. It was just nasty and disgusting. If you don't like what somebody says, log off that page. Go to another page. Block them. But be respectable. It's just stupidity. But when they come back and disrespect you, then you want to argue and fight and cuss and call them all out their names, because that's what's in you anyway. That's what's in you anyway. And it's ridiculous. Stop being rude and nasty. I've had it to happen to me. I don't care what you call me. Doesn't change my thoughts and my stance. I'm going to say what I feel like I need to say. And I feel like this was just racially motivated, completely, had nothing to do with his little winker. Nothing to do with that little thing there. Nothing. He's a liar. He just wanted to kill these people. And he has people in backing him, behind him, like this stupid, ignorant officer that said he had a bad day. But thank God he has parents who turned him in. And they probably turned him in because they figured he's going to get killed. So let's turn our son in. Because at the end of the day, that's their son. They don't want nothing to happen to their son, no matter what he done. Now, they could have turned him in because they felt like he was wrong, and they could have turned him in for protection. But the bottom line is they got him off the street because you got stupid people like the cops backing him. Until it's one of their own. Then blue lives matter. And it depends on who's wearing that blue suit that matters. It depends. Who's in the blue suit, if that matters then. Because if you're not a person of non-color wearing that blue suit, guess what, honey boo-boo, oatmeal pie face, you don't matter. If you are not a person of non-color, if you are a person of color in a blue suit, you don't matter. I'll clarify it like that. You don't matter. So it depends on what side of the road you stand on. Why the chicken cross the road? So he won't get shot because he was wearing blue. This is all racially motivated. You ain't going to sit here and tell me, oh, I killed everybody so I won't be tempted to go have sex. If you go have sex, if you want to have sex, if you tempted, go do it then. How I'm going to shoot people? I'm going to kill everybody that's overweight because I don't want to be tempted to eat Doritos. That's just dumb. I'm going to go shoot everybody up in the Waffle House so I won't go in there and eat waffles. I'm going to go shoot everybody at Burger King so I won't go in there and get no Impossible Whopper. I love Impossible Whoppers. I can eat them every day. So I'm going to go shoot up all the cooks and the cashiers because they sell them to me. I'm going to go kill everybody at Burger King. That's just stupidity. I should just drive on by Burger King and don't go in there. Don't go into the Waffle House to get a waffle. Control myself. Go get some diet pills. That's going to curb my appetite. I'm not going to go shoot up everybody because I'm fat and I done overate. That's just dumb. Anyway, this article was all over the place for me. I was jumping and everything. I'm running late. So I hope you all bear with me. I hope you all enjoyed it. And with that being said, I'm going to say vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So vielen Dank for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German.